reminding me of childhood fairy tales. "This is the heavenly world," the figure said. On each floating land, there were luminous beings who noticed my presence, but only watched from a distance. We continued to ascend until we stopped at one of the floating lands. I was instructed to bow and pay my respects. When I glanced forward, I saw a radiant being whose light was so bright that I couldn't clearly make out its form. After paying my respects, we shot through increasingly white and pure clouds until we reached a mountaintop. There stood a place made of stone or gleaming metal, roofless, floating in the air. "This is your place, but it is not yet your time." I floated into the place, greeted by figures in white robes. They moved gracefully, speaking through the mind without sound. In the center, there was a seat that felt so familiar, as if I had longed for it for a long time. I wanted to approach it, but suddenly the voice that had brought me warned, "Not now." Instantly, several figures stood in my way, not touching me, but their energy gently pushed me to the edge of the floating floor. They did not look at me, only bowed respectfully. Then my hand was held again, and in an instant I fell, plummeting downward at an incredible speed. I passed through clouds, sky, and earth, descending through layers of darkness. Between those layers, I saw figures marching toward gaping caves. The sounds of weeping and wailing pierced my heart. I fell deeper until I finally landed on hard ground. The air here was red hot and filled with unimaginable sounds of suffering. "This is the place of punishment. This is darkness. This is below." The voice echoed within me. I saw a terrifying, enormous figure grinning at me. Fear overwhelmed me, and I wanted to run, to wake up from all of this. But suddenly my body was flung upward with tremendous force, as quickly as I had fallen. I shot back up, passing through layers, clouds, and sky. Then silence. The howl of a dog and the chirping of crickets began to be heard. The night wind brushed against my skin. I jolted awake, finding myself still lying on the floor, my body drenched in cold sweat. My head was dizzy, my body exhausted, but my soul was filled with questions. What had just happened? To this day, I am still searching for the answer.